Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and as you can see behind me, I've actually got all my new Harry Potter sets lined up together, and I actually ended up doing a mock of an additional little module for this stackable, modular, playable Harry Potter style of sets that we've gotten now. So I hope you enjoy the video. I will be doing much more of these. I have a ton of ideas. Anyway, let's get into it. Okay, so Harry Potter is like a childhood love of mine. I reread all the books and rewatch all the movies every year. It's like a ritual around the holidays. But I haven't done too much Harry Potter content on this channel because it was, it's touch and go. But I'm really at a place right now where I can really have fun with the sets again and really enjoy them. So I'm going to talk to you guys about my first change and modification to the new sets that just came out on June 1st here in the US. So the first thing that I noticed is that a lot of these rooms and mocks and the suggested way to play with these isn't really movie accurate or book accurate, and so that was something that I immediately wanted to change. The first thing that I saw and the easiest one to do was the kitchen. But before we get into that, let me show you around the sets and show you kind of like how you can play with them and how you can attach them together and redesign essentially your own Hogwarts castle. So these are all the sets that I have right now, and these are the ones that are the new ones that are available in the US. I've also, if you can see my sneaky little kitchen mock right there, but we'll get into that in a second. Overall, I like these so much more than I was expecting. To be completely frank, I wasn't super excited that they had deterred away from the original, or not even the original, from the most recent modern iterations of the castle. But this style opens up such a new level of creativity and mock building, which is something I'm recently really into. So in addition to my actual mock, there's 3 sets here: the Chamber of Secrets, the Fluffy Encounter, and the Polyjuice Potion bathroom one. So not only do I want to show you guys my mock today, but also a few strategies of how to make additional mocks and what to really take account for. So a few things to note from this angle are that there are 2 main color of the plates. There's really the dark bluish gray and the dark tan. Those are our 2 main colors that we really want to focus on. Now the sets break apart. You can really organize them in any way you want, and that's actually encouraged by Lego in the instructions. Now back to the colors that I was talking about. If you notice below, like in the basement where the Chamber of Secrets is, you've got the dark bluish gray, and really above you've got the dark tan. Now all the Technic pins on the side are really what hold these things together, so every single module that you make has to have a few Technic pins so that you can attach it together. So the reason I decided to start with the kitchen, it felt like the most intuitive and honestly easiest mock to really do and create a new module for this set. It was also the first kind of movie and book and accuracy that I noticed. So below the Great Hall is actually supposed to be the kitchen, which is a mirror image of the tables above the Great Hall. The food doesn't just appear magically, the elves prepare it, place it on the tables, and it's magically transported to the tables immediately above. An item to note as I'm disassembling these sets is that the kitchen and the Great Hall are not only a typical module, but they also have these angled plates in the front of them to really expand out, and that was the way that the designers were able to fit in the 2 tables. So let's start taking a look at the actual mock that I created. I ended up mimicking a ton of what was going on above, pulled out a ton of my food elements, created a stove on the right with cauldrons with the bubbling food, and then kind of placed everything as such. The only mirrored food that I have between the kitchen and the Great Hall above is just the croissant and that chocolate frog, as I don't have duplicates of the cereal boxes that came in the Chamber of Secrets set, and I wanted to keep that module as it was originally intended. I do only have 1 Dobby as well, so I'll need to get a few more elves so it looks a little bit more alive and vibrant here. I also added a large stove and hearth, and that's something that I really got from the movies, and then I really didn't want to add as much detail and ornamentation as above, except for on the exterior. The exterior I really wanted to mirror what was going on the original module. So it should look pretty seamless from the exterior and the interior. The kitchen is immediately below the Great Hall, and immediately below that it's the Chamber of Secrets. Now I know that's not 100% movie or book accurate, and I will be continuing to expand this type of Hogwarts and really continue adding more and more. It's so easy to attach these together, and this is the final style that I really thought was the best and most appropriate for the current setup that I have right now. I'm going to show you a little bit about how this system works. There are 3 different kinds of modules. The first one is just a simple 8x8 square or plate. And then there's the larger, which is the 8x16. And finally is the 8x24, which you can achieve a couple different ways. One with an 8x16 and 2 8x4s, or with 3 8x8 plates. So these are kind of the basic modules that you're working with. Now there are some pretty key pieces that I think would help really in extending and adding to your MOCs from these latest sets. One is this entire window and arch frame piece I think would be really key. I wish I had more of those, and we'll be getting more. As well as the masonry profile bricks, some of those log bricks in tan, and then as well as those detail and cheese slopes, and then finally the dark tan tile and jumper plates. The basement uses these grid-like open plates, which I actually have a few of from a Parted Out Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle sets. But this actual module is one that I want to redo ASAP because I think it's a terrible devil snare. Overall, I'm really happy with this MOC. It's pretty simple and it's pretty seamless in terms of the current design of the set. So I'll be adding more, and stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you want to see more of these MOCs, I will definitely be doing more videos on them, so be sure to subscribe. And if you have it in you and you're bored and you want something else to do, you can also like the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!
Wait a minute. Claire?
Yeah, I'm good. Just broke Harry Potter.